Hey guys, this is my first Flash tutorial, and hoping I can do a lot in the future, but for now I'm just sticking to a very basic lesson, which is going to be buttons, because they're easy, and they're really helpful, because they're found in just about every Flash game you'll ever see. So this is CS4, you can do it with CS3 or Flash 10 or anything like that. It's just you're going to have to convert what I do into whatever you do in those ones, because I haven't used those. So just open up CS4 or whatever you have. Wait for it to open. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, so open up ActionScript 2.0. Yeah, okay. So go to the timeline if you're not already there. I don't know why it wasn't there. So first thing you're gonna want to do is on keyframe 2, you just make a new keyframe. So Control, insert blank keyframe, and cool. Now you have you have two scenes, two different pages. So go to the first one. First go to the name. You'll see the frame thing up here, and there's a name for the frame. Type in 1, and go to the actions, and you're going to want to type in stop, into parentheses, and then a semicolon. And what this does is it makes it so when you hit the button that's going to be on frame 2, right here, then it's, instead of going back to frame 1 and then back to frame 2 over and over really fast, instead of doing that, it's just going to stop at frame 1, which makes it so you can click the button that's going to be on frame 1. So type in the stop, and do the same thing on the second one, except instead of calling it 1, you're going to call it 2. So go to the frame, the actions, make sure it's the frame's actions, by the way. Type in stop, parenthesis, semicolon, and that does the same thing. So now we can actually make the buttons. So buttons are pretty simple, it doesn't take a lot. All you need to do is basically draw your button. You can make a rectangle. Maybe some red text. Make sure it's on text, like 45, just say, oops, start, something like that. Selection tool, well, I hit V, but it's the selection tool right there. Sometimes it's on this side. But what you're going to want to do is select this, the whole button. Right click it, go to convert to symbol, type in button 1. Actually, wait. If in the instance name, oh, actually, I haven't gotten to that part yet. So just type in button 1. Make sure it's like, Flash is case sensitive, so make sure you know if it's capitalized or not. Registration is on the middle, and make sure that says button, not either of those two. So button, okay, and now you have a button. So you're going to click the button, go up to the instance name, and type in whatever you typed in for the name of the button. So for me, it's going to be button 1. And so now you're going to go to the actions of the button, and this is the coding part. So basically, first you type on, and that just turns the button on. And the next part, you need to type in how the button works. In my case, it's going to work by clicking. If you click the button, then it goes to the next page. So when you type in release, and that means when you release the click button on the mouse, then the following thing occurs. So just type on release if you want to be click button, and you hit enter. Make sure you have the beginning bracket there. You hit enter, and it'll open up with a new tab. And so here you're going to type in go to, make sure none of them are capitalized, and do a capital and a capital stop, and it should turn blue. And then you're going to type in 2, because if you remember over here, you named the second frame 2. Like if you click this, there's a label right there, and you can name it 1 or 2 or anything like that. We called it 2, so just type in go to and stop 2. And what this means is when you turn on the button, when you turn on the click button, which is what that is, well, yeah, if you turn it on by clicking it, then it goes to frame 2. Do a semicolon and then do an end bracket, and you can minimize that. And then you can go to the second frame. Oh, wait, okay, make a new button, like down here, maybe. Go to text, we can make some green text or something. Start there. Click here. Actually, let's not do another click button because you know how to make those now. So, roll over. So basically, you go to the selection tool, select it. Yeah, so control click or right click, I control click, convert to symbol, button, and name it button 2. Okay, an instance name button 2 as well. And you're going to go to the actions, and what we're doing with this button is making it so if the mouse rolls over this button, then it goes back to the first frame. So what we're going to do is type on, which turns the button on, and then the rollover code, meaning if the mouse rolls over the button, rolls over any of this mass, any of these pixels, then something happens. So you're going to type roll with no capitals and then a capital over. So roll, capital O, V-E-R. Well, the V-E-R not capital, but so roll over and then end the parenthesis and do a beginning bracket, press enter. It'll go into the next part of the code, and you're going to type go to and stop, which means it's going to go back to frame 1. Well, you have to type in 1 right there, and then those two. And that makes it so when you roll over this, it will go back to frame 1 and stop there. So then you're going to end the brackets, which basically just finishes the code. And there you go. And if you want to test it, you just hit Command Enter, or you can go up to Control, hit Test Movie, and here you go. You have the Start button, so you can just click there. And then the Rollover button, you just click that and it brings you back. So Start, roll over, start, roll over, start, roll over. And there are your 2 buttons. And in the future, you can make it a lot more complicated, like, you know, insert blank keyframe there. You can basically you can do things like make a button back on page 1 lead to frame 60, and then frame 60 you click something and it goes back to like frame 30. And those are how most Flash games are made. Like the start button leads you to the next frame, and if you get hit by an enemy, then it goes back to the first frame, which is the start menu. But yeah, so those are the basics. That's all you need to know. How to make buttons. Remember the coding. It's pretty simple. And make sure you always remember to put the stop in there, because without the stop, it just thinks it's a movie and it just goes back and forth over and over really fast. So yeah, that's everything about buttons that you need to know. In the next tutorial, I guess I'll be showing you how to make an animated character, or maybe not an animated character, maybe just a character who you can move with the, WSAD or the arrow keys, stuff like that, just so you can move around, collect money. And yeah, that'll do it for this tutorial. I'll see you guys later.